9 Flame Sovereign Chapter 29 Water Dragon Fish. Yufeng Mountain Range. Accompanied by a wolf howl, a figure flashed past, and the wolf howl stopped abruptly. I have killed 8 first-level monsters and 3 second-level monsters. The total points are 38. But this is the periphery of the Yufeng Mountain Range. Level 2 monsters are really rare. If you want to get the top few with an absolute advantage, you have to enter a place slightly closer to the core. This figure whispered a few words to himself, and moved towards the depths of the Yufeng Mountain Range. This figure is surprisingly Han Feng. At this time, Han Feng has entered the Yufeng Mountain Range for half a day. There are countless monsters in the Yufeng Mountain Range, and more monsters exist in groups. Even if it is a first-level monster, as long as it is in a group, Han Feng will run away. Is just like Han Feng can kill first-level beasts and cut tofu, but you can't be careless. If you break into a group of monsters, you will be over. After walking for a long time, Han Feng was a little thirsty. He came to a small river and looked around cautiously. Han Feng breathed a sigh of relief. Lifting a huge boulder from the ground, Han Feng threw it into the river with great force. With a plop, the stone was smashed into the river. Even if there is someone hiding in the river, such a strong force is enough to make the stone hit the hiding under the river. Even deeper, I can feel it. Han Feng whispered, according to the instructor, more than 50% of the rivers in the Yufeng Mountains have powerful monsters hidden in them. If you are not careful, you will be swallowed by this monster. I threw in 4 or 5 fist-sized stones and threw them out forcefully. If there is a monster in this river, it will definitely cause the monster to come out for investigation. Of course, there is no best. If there is, you must solve it before drinking water. These days, I will stay by the river temporarily. People cannot be short of water. In the past few days, Han Feng plans to live here. Gradually, the surface of the river changed, and a huge shadow emerged. Han Feng's expression became more solemn. Sure enough, there are monsters. Wow! A huge flying fish jumped out of the river. The scales of the flying fish were complicated and inexplicable. The sun reflected a weird luster. The tail of the fish was completely different from ordinary fish, monsters. If you look closely, it looks like a beast. The tail is similar, thick, big and long. Han Feng's eyes narrowed. This look. Could it be the water dragon fish mentioned by the instructor a few days ago? Water dragon fish, with the blood of the dragon, although extremely thin, it gives the water dragon fish great power. Arowana is 10 feet long when it is born, and belongs to the second-level monster. Entering the growth stage, it is 2 feet long and belongs to the third-level monster. Has entered the mature stage, has a length of 4 feet, and belongs to the 4th-level monster. Once is fully grown, it will grow to 10 feet long after entering adulthood, and its level will be as high as 8th. In addition, the adult limit of water dragon fish is level 12. The water dragon fish that appeared in Han Feng's line of sight at this time was only 1.5 feet long, obviously in the evolutionary period of the 2nd level and 3rd level monsters. Is better than level 2 monsters, but it can't compare to level 3 monsters. Han Feng breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, it is not a water dragon that has entered the mature period and adulthood, otherwise I will have to run away. Yes, this is not the core of the Yufeng Mountain Range. A 4th level monster is unlikely to appear, and even a 3rd level monster is rare. So, for the next big meal, let's use this water dragon fish to cushion your stomach. Condensing claw power. Facing the water dragon fish with its open fangs, Han Feng used the maximum power of his claw condensing power to grab onto the water dragon fish body. Boom! The water dragon fish was knocked into the air by huge force, and fell to the ground, smashing a big hole. But the scales on the water dragon fish are exactly the same as before, without a slight change. Water dragon fish quickly got up, roaring again and again. Arowana is an amphibious creature. When in the water, the 4 strange claws of the arowana are hidden in the body, but once they reach the land, the claws will be exposed for landing. The claw of Han Feng just didn't hurt the water dragon fish, but it felt a certain pain. In the final analysis, this water dragon fish is still between the newborn and growing period, and its endurance is completely incomparable with the adult water dragon fish. It is just a small pain, but also makes the water dragon fish have a trace of fear and dare not attack rashly. Han Feng took a few steps backwards, grinning. It's so hard to fence, my paws are so painful, and even the condensing claw skills can't help this guy, let alone basic long punches and basic legs. With my current cultivation base and condensed claws, I will fight this dead fish to a tie. It's time to test the power of my ordinary fire. The 9 flames different fire secret art is now running crazily in Han Feng's body, and a basketball-sized red fireball appears in Han Feng's hands. Ho ho! The water dragon fish screamed again and again. Above the strange fireball here, the water dragon fish felt a fatal threat. Right now, the water dragon fish didn't care if the guy in front of him disturbed his dream, and quickly jumped in the direction of the river, and even gave birth to the idea of escaping the river, even if it was his birthplace, which made it quite reluctant. Ooh, reading www. Ukanshu.com. Go with. Han Feng threw the red fireball in his hand fiercely. The red fireball swept away at an astonishing speed. The surrounding space made a squeaking sound because of the high temperature of the fire. Before the water dragon fish jumped into the river, it was hit by the red fireball, and immediately let out a miserable roar, twisted its body, fell from the height, and fell into the river. Rao is so, the fire has not gone out. When the fire touches the river, in an instant, a large amount of water vapor emerges. When the water vapor gradually disappeared, the jet-black water dragon fish floated on the surface of the river. Han Feng was overjoyed, took out the branches and drilled wood to make fire, and then erected the water dragon fish. The head of water dragon fish has been taken off by Han Feng and placed in the storage belt. Speaking of this storage belt, Han Feng was also speechless. It was issued by Instructor Lin before they entered the Yufeng mountain range. They are only the temporary owners of the storage belt. Once the inspection is over, the storage belt will be returned to you. Family. The heads of monsters hunted by Han Feng before are all in the storage belt. Han Feng cursed secretly in his heart that he would not give it earlier if he had a storage belt, otherwise he would not be unable to prepare anything and he would be self-sufficient. Soon, the water dragon fish was grilled, a fragrance wafted out, Han Feng's stomach rumbling, he couldn't wait to bite it, and said as he ate, "It's the body of a monster, even if there is no seasoning, it has a primitive taste, is not comparable to the meat quality of ordinary beasts." After eating, Han Feng sat cross-legged, began to digest and practice by the way.